Well, I kind of like watched your YouTube, so I
Mm-hmm.
was like watching how you were giving a lot of relationship advice, and like if you were to ask those questions, even though I was also reading your book, so like I'm doing both. I'm not done with your book yet. Sorry.
Yeah, we
Well,
can
wait,
do
hang
that
on a
at
second. Hang on a second.
we
Just
can
for
do that
go.
a different time because like Fridays, I like like we were talking about earlier, like politics and
Oh
current
no, I was
events and
just
stuff like that.
trying to like tell you like
Let me see if I can trigger something out of it.
The answer
Though.
is yes.
Like, for instance, was there anything in the book that you read that you had a question about or that struck you as odd? Or what stands out? What do you remember the most about it?
well, you're giving like a lot of like advice, and a lot of it sounds like great advice, like especially like for me, like I'm 30, like I'm single. I've admittedly done a lot of those things to poor unfortunate souls that didn't probably deserve it.
Such as
Oh my god, you really want me to go through it?
Do it.
No.
uh,
Oh. Um,
yeah, she got all
sorry.
she got all clammy the last 20 minutes or so. She's been talking all day.
I'm sorry. But no, seriously. Like I think that maybe distancing myself or not like totally ghosting, but like
You were
not
a
being so available,
You're
even though
a
giving my number out,
habitual
waiting a
ghoster.
week or so.
So, do you think, like,
You would
what
wait
you
a week
did?
to call people back or text them
Text them
back?
back? Yeah, for sure. Like you should see my text
Just
thread.
to see if they would lose their
I,
shit.
I still have like one unanswered from this poor guy. Like he's such a good soul. Like
He's too
I
nice,
just,
though.
he's too nice. Also a little aggressive and like in the wrong way. So I'm like just not into it. It sucks.
Is your play or what you did because they didn't play their cards right, or
Yeah,
all right?
for
And
sure.
I'm curious, like, what's an example of something someone said or how they presented themselves and how they should have done it based on what you've read?
First date and like announcing that they weren't going to kiss me. And I'm like, that's very awkward and odd.
Dudes do that? They say they're not going to kiss you?
I that happened.
Really?
So then I was like,
How many
this
times
is
does
very
that happen?
awkward. I'm going to just pop kiss you and walk away and get in my car.
He says he's not going to kiss you?
Yeah, so then I broke that immediately. I was like, no, I make the rules.
And
No.
then so you took off?
No, all right,
Yeah.
wait, Corey, because I'm curious.
He said that and you dipped out?
I pop kissed him, turned around, got in my car, and left
You bop kissed him? What does that mean?
on the lips.
So this is like when you very first met, he says, I'm not going to kiss you tonight?
First date, leaving.
Couldn't that have
Oh,
almost
he
been
told that to you.
Yeah. He's like, I want to be a gentleman.
Oh, okay,
He didn't
okay,
get a
okay.
second date.
All right,
He
so
didn't get a
I don't
second
think
date.
so.
no, it wasn't a power play on his
Could
part.
have though, like plans for. Actually, no, he did. He did.
He didn't get a second date?
He did get a second date. Then that was after. Then after that.
So it went downhill after that?
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
No.
It got
All
worse?
right.
It got worse?
What were you gonna say?
Well, I want analysis from
Why? She's got to tell me the rest of the story.
the godfather of relationships.
All she said was, well, life is relationships. It's not just intimate ones. It's like with every human being that you're going to encounter.
Yeah, but see, this guy could have had a power play, meaning he could have chosen not to kiss her, but he had to announce it, which was like,
So was he saying it with a
Exposing his
smile on
game.
his face? Was he like thinking that you were
But he
going to
always
go, oh,
smiles.
that's funny? So when he said it, did it seem like it was a line or what?
I don't know,
Was he
but I was
smiling?
just trying to just get it out of the way.
What do you mean, kiss him?
When I did it, yeah.
But you put your hand in front.
No, like I did that to mimic him.
Oh,
Like,
so
if
you
that
kissed
was
him
him.
then?
Yeah, I kissed him on the lips.
Oh, okay.
Like, just a little pop.
So he says, "I'm not gonna kiss you," and then you kissed him
yeah, I
anyways.
pop kissed him.
Ah, okay.
When
Well, you did it with your hand, so I thought it was, sometimes people do
like a
that.
block, yeah.
They'll go to kiss and they end up kissing their hand.
Who the fuck does that?
There's like two dudes will do that. It's part of a comedy routine. I saw something. The old school dudes.
You might as well kiss each other on
They
the
were
lips.
acting like they were gonna kiss each other, and he put his hand up at the last
I
second.
mean, you might as well kiss each other.
So
on the
that's what I
lips.
thought you meant when you
No.
did that with your hand.
No. And the guys who were just putting a hand up, they need to just drop that wall. And
So you liked it when he told you he wasn't gonna kiss you?
No, I
You
thought it
saw
was very awkward.
But you kissed him anyways.
Yeah, to break the awkwardness. I
yeah,
thought it was a very awkward, weird tension thing, and I was like,
see, he could have had a power game. He could have
No.
decided he wasn't going to kiss her and not, and just almost played it off as in I really don't care. Hey, tonight was great. Have a good night. I don't need that. He could have played it off in a power play, but instead, what he did is exposed it as a weakness by saying, "I'm not going to I can do this.
So-
I'm not going to kiss you. I'm going to try not to
So
kiss
he
you. I
said
want to
it,
kiss you,
and
but
then
I'm
he
not
was
gonna."
like, "I'm being a gentleman." He told you he was gonna be a gentleman.
literally.
Oh man,
He screwed
And I'm
up.
like, you're just, I don't know.
you wanted him to kiss you passionately, didn't you?
I mean,
And then when he said that,
I
you
want
were
a man
like,
to take, like,
"Oh."
the assertive route. I don't want to have to be the one to
But
do
what?
it.
But
Like,
what if?
Ew.
What if he didn't?
But you
say
did. You kissed
anything?
I
him.
had to,
You
and
still
then that
kissed
ruined
him.
everything for him.
You still kissed him.
And then it ruined his whole chance.
Why? Because he couldn't handle that afterwards? Did he change?
No, then he tried to be super dominant, and I'm like, I'm not into you. Because I had to make the first move. Sorry. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm confused.
A little
Well,
bit.
it's
How are you
because he's
confused?
going, "I would really like to kiss you, but I'm going to be a gentleman and not do that tonight, just so you think better of me, and hopefully you'll like me later."
Right.
Thank you.
You're not there to be a
then the
gentleman.
next day,
You're there to
completely
be a
be a
gentleman
pig.
until you're not.
And the was awkward about it.
Wait. It's
Yeah. But
coffee
instead-
and a cannoli.
Instead, if
And then trying to be a gentleman.
if he's walking in the door, he's gonna fucking kiss you because he wants to kiss you, and you're gonna kiss him back, and you're gonna be glad he did it. Versus saying that, and then you give him your, what do you call it, a bop or bump in the lips, right?
Lip.
Lip?
Lips.
Lips.
Lip.
Yeah, he definitely shot himself in the foot. When he said,
He bitched out. He thought he was being chivalrous, but instead you were like, he's being soft.
I think that's what happened. He wasn't being
He
masculine.
was being soft.
He didn't do what he was supposed to do as a man. Right?
He didn't take charge, take the lead.
He didn't read 3% Man.
"Let's see if we can
We could
extract."
literally make a whole new series
Okay.
of Eric's dating
All
life.
right, so
let me-
I don't know if
Erica's
you want
dating
this.
life
Let-
is shit. There we
We
go.
call it Chernobyl.
Let's see if we.
Dating life at Chernobyl.
Radioactive.
Because that's what it is. I'm not even kidding.
Her dating. Okay, so
my
do
name
tell.
in my 20s,
Okay, so
given
tell
by
us
my
about.
best friend at the
Chernobyl.
time, like
What?
when on my 21st birthday, he nicknamed me Chernobyl.
Because you were dating him?
No.
Which is a little bit like your last name, though.
It literally my
Chernobyl?
last name, but with my last name.
Did you just nuke all the men in your life? Is that what that came from?
Probably. I just nuked him out. Like, get the fuck out.
Total annihilation.
Get out of my life.
Carpet bombs.
You're not even gonna
Salt
be here for long. Just
in the
get out.
fields, sowing salt.
You're gonna
in the
step on a
fields.
mine in a minute. It's fine.
Damn.
No.
All right, I got a question for you, Corey.
Kablooey.
None of them read
You're-
your book.
You're reading 3% Man, right?
Yeah.
Now, is that cheating? She knows our game plan. What's going on?
It's not
Well,
cheap.
it's how to be a man. There's like, honestly, you want the woman to understand that, she may have sons someday. And then plus it'll help her understand what kind of guys got it together. I was telling Caroline today, she's been lazy, hasn't been doing it. But, I mean,
That's what I want
absolutely.
to look for.
A lot of couples that I coach or guys that follow me, they go through. They give a copy to their girlfriend. They go through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you're reading it, are you saying to yourself, "That's the kind of man I want"?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm 30. I'm tired of dating and just dating and dating. It's tiring.
But so when you read 3% Man, and
I'm
this is how a man is
targeting.
supposed to be,
Right.
you're in agreement. You're saying that's
Right.
the kind of man.
Exactly. I'm trying to reorganize in my brain what type of man it is that I need to actually open myself up
Yeah.
to instead of the guy that I'm normally used to dating.
Yeah.
That's not good for you.
Probably, even though I don't have a type.
And from what you've read in that on how a man should be,
Right.
what would you say is like the number one thing that's like violated that a man does wrong?
Next question.
All right.
That's a great question. Come on.
No, that list is way too long. I can't even process that.
Just give us a quick one or two
Okay.
scenarios.
No, let me reword it.
Oh.
If you knew what a man typically did wrong, what would you say it was?
You're really pushing the buttons.
You want to say. You
All right.
want to say.
So
Just think, you'll be helping all of humanity. You'll be fulfilling your destiny.
I really don't think that men have the patience, like, to understand women. Like,
They get butthurt too easily.
no, I just think that they just don't. Maybe that they get butthurt. I don't think that they have it within them, like the patience to sit there and really understand, like, what we feel emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically, like wholeheartedly, like in our soul, and physically here on this earth, and like how that's all connected and how it affects like our mind and our body and our relationships with every single human being, because our every single relationship that we have affects every other relationship that we have, whether we don't want it to or not. We can put up that wall. There will be one thing that might happen or might be said, and something will be triggered in our brain, and we don't know how to turn that off and compartmentalize like men, because we have that nurturing side and it's going to always be there, and you guys have more of a masculine nature side and we don't. It's just genetics, it's biology, it's, you can't fight science. It's
The
there.
science is subtle.
I'm sorry. I'm Jewish. Like, I'm half Israeli. But there's science, and there's science behind all of it, and you can't fight that. So at the end of the day, you have to understand like each atom and the chemistry that like the sofa, it's not just a sofa. It's a bunch of atoms combined together to make a sofa. Like, people don't think like that. And when you think like in an organic and an inorganic chemistry like mindset, your mind just goes into another level. And then you start to understand the world in a different view. So,
as a man, I'll speak for the majority of men. You're right. We don't understand.
yeah.
I mean, it's complicated, and we're kind of.
So what do you think men need to know about women that they don't? Or in order to make you feel that way, what would be different? How would that look? What would that look like?
You have
What
to
kind of
expand your
questions would you
mind.
be asked that you're not getting asked?
I don't have any personal questions that need to be asked. I don't know what they would be.
But you said most guys don't get it. What is it they don't get that they do need to get?
I mean, what do relationships take?
Effort from both people.
Okay.
It's a participatory endeavor.
Okay. What else?
Genuine respect, admiration. You want to be with the other person. They want to be with you.
Okay.
You got to communicate effectively.
Okay.
It's got to be polarity,
Okay.
sexual polarity. What else? You tell me.
You think just sexual polarity, or do you think that like?
It's energetic polarity, masculine and feminine.
Okay.
That's because without the polarity, if you're too similar, then you're like roommates, and there's no passion.
Okay.
Who wants that?
No one.
I don't like the term sexual polarity as much as like intimate polarity. There's like a connection.
Spiritual polarity,
Yes.
Spiritual's a good one.
masculine, feminine energy. It's the femininity that attracts the masculinity. But if the masculinity is too feminine, like the guys you were talking about, it's repulsive.
It is repulsive. You want more of a masculine side to take control, to make those decisions. I don't want to make the decision if I have to make the first move. Like, why are you putting me in that? Okay, cool. The whole Me Too, yeah, we get it. If I'm giving you the signs, I'm here, I'm on this date, like, I've made the commitment. I'm sitting here in the sun, sweating my tits off, like, waiting here, like, awkwardly, like, okay, bye. Still standing here. Are you going to make a move? You don't. And then you pull this whole thing. Yes, I'm going to make the move. Like, I didn't just stand here in the heat to sweat for nothing. Thank you.
And what if you made the move and he was a really great kisser?
He wasn't.
But what if he was? And you were like, damn.
We,
And then he took it from there and knew exactly what to do.
He may have been a good kisser, but he already determined that he wasn't going to be.
But you made the
Because-
first move and he just didn't have
but
it.
he wasn't.
Well, in his mind, he wasn't going to be for that moment in time because he already decided he wasn't going to do that.
You don't think that would have changed?
Well, I think that in his mind that he decided he wasn't going to kiss, so there was no
He was soft.
intimacy in his mind.
He was probably afraid that he would, because he knew he'd gone out on dates with other girls and then kissed them, and it didn't. They didn't. It did
So then
not result in.
Why ask me on a date and put me in an awkward situation?
How old was this guy?
Older than me.
By how much?
Over 30. Over 30 in his mid-30s.
Okay.
Damn.
Well, mid-30s to 30.
Has a great
Guys are
profession.
late-
Let's say
late
5 years,
bloomers.
whatever. That's not a huge...
So
difference.
he's like intellectual, like can make decisions quickly. Like,
Except
Okay. And you know what? Maybe
when
he
it
was...
comes to intimate affairs.
I guess.
So maybe he had no confidence in his intimate relations or his ability. And, you know, maybe he could have been schooled. Maybe...
So in other words, you don't want to teach a man how to be a man and sweep
Right.
you off your feet. You don't want to teach a guy how to swoop you.
For what?
That's a pretty good
Oh.
statement there.
He's
Because
supposed to
mean-
show up with all the tools in the tool bag ready to go.
To a
should
certain
have
extent.
he should have read the book.
He should be competent.
To a certain extent, yes. I mean, you have to be.
Competency is attractive.
Yeah. But there is communication that needs to happen in certain areas, in certain rooms. So,
And willing to understand before first seeking to be understood.
sure, yeah.
What else? What would you like to see more of in the dating supermarket?
So much.
Of the 30-year-old woman who hasn't always been the nicest girlfriend or date.
I think I have been a good girlfriend, though. But I've been dealt some shitty cards, and then it made me sour.
Well, the good news is that all those relationships, that was your best thinking at the time.
It's so great to think. Good job.
Congratulations.
What do you mean? Like,
Yeah.
what I date right now? I'm 30. I date anywhere from 33, 34 to 45.
So you don't date guys that are younger than you.
Hell no. Are you kidding me?
You know, Rich,
What are they going to do for me?
in the age difference,
Wasn't it J-Lo that just said something like younger guys are fucking useless, I think?
They don't do anything. Do you know what they do? I'm asking, does anyone know what a younger man can do?
You tell me.
No, you
You're
guys
the
used to
one-
be. No,
You're
you,
the one dating 25-year-old
no,
younger
everyone's
men.
different.
No,
You
I'm
can't-
not.
You can't put
I'm
it on
dating
age.
men
You can't-
my own
But you
age.
meet them, I'm sure
I'm
some of
dating,
them approach
actually,
you.
So you've been good at putting them in the friend zone.
I friend zone everyone. I friend zone them first.
Why
But
is
it
that?
it
make them wait.
validates
Why?
that it's not about
They're
age.
too impatient?
I make a lot of people wait.
Wait
Because
for
if you
what?
pull that shit out immediately, that's all you want.
Wait for what?
Sex?
But with the right guy, you'd have sex right away. If you felt like it was a soul connection.
Actually, the last real soul connection that I had, I made him wait 3 months
But why did you make him wait 3 months?
because there was a soul connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you feel that right away, or it later became a soul connection?
I knew there was something, but we were friends for a while. Like-
You're stuck in friend zone.
No.
you know,
we were
I'm-
friends from a
Corey,
very young age.
You ever experienced love at first sight?
We were friends at a young age.
Yeah.
No, that's a power play.
No.
From
we were
the
friends at a young
textbook,
age.
3% woman.
We were friends at a young age. We didn't see each other for a really long time. And then we hung out. Like, we grabbed drinks and whatever. And yeah.
Who started that ball rolling in the romantic direction? Was that you or him?
What do you mean? Who reached out to who?
Yeah. Who started the romance?
I didn't reach out.
Who started the romance, though?
Romance?
Who started that? Because you said you were friends. And then it became romantic. So who started moving in the direction of romance?
I don't remember.
Come
But it
on.
was
Come on.
Corey, from the beginning, it was already known the direction she was going to go with that one. It was a power play. I'm going to say it again. From the book, 3% woman.
Which does not exist.
Wait, is there a book? Should we write one? I think we should.
We might.
It was a power
We're
play.
gonna have
We
to.
might.
We're gonna have to.
If the book was written, that was in
about
it.
You got to
too.
learn. You got to learn the 3% man.
I mean, I'm halfway there.
All right. How many times you been through it?
It's my first, but I'm
Okay,
quick.
so you're halfway through it. Yeah.
I'm
10
a
to-
quick learner.
10 to 15 times.
I'm a quick. Well, I heard something about 25.
Okay. Well, if you really want to be a serious student,
I heard you say 25. Where, did you not?
the best success stories are always guys because it's a mindset. Really, everything in life boils down to your mindset.
Yeah, I know. I listen to the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali all the time. And I read along. And I manifest that shit. That's what it's about.
3% Woman by Erica Chernobyl.
No.
Ask her to tell us about her chakras.